It's all very pretty and very white in Chatham, Massachusetts, on Cape Cod. The houses, the picket fences, and as it happens, the sharks. We joined OCEARCH, a team of American scientists and fishermen, on an expedition to tag great white sharks.
When it comes to the Atlantic Ocean, we don't know the answers to the simplest of questions.
We don't know their mating activities. We don't know their pupping activities or where those activities occur.
We don't know, for instance, how far they dive, how deep they go in the Atlantic. We don't know how fast they swim through the water.
We don't know where they are in between, so we can look after them or put a plan together for their future.
Scientists have been tagging great whites all over the world since the 1960s, along the coasts of Australia, South Africa, California, Guadeloupe, Florida, and now Cape Cod. As many as 500 great whites have been tagged, and we are gradually building up a global map of shark movements.
Right to the abdominal area. How's the tide?
Chief Scientist Greg Skomel has been tagging great whites using a harpoon method for years. He thought he'd cracked the code.
Most of the sharks went down to Florida and Georgia, the southeastern United States. Simple migratory pattern, except one shark did not. One shark did something very, very different. It moved off the continental shelf, away from the east coast of the United States, down to toward Bermuda, and then kept going past Bermuda and went into the part of the Atlantic we call the Sargasso Sea. Her name was Curly. Maybe big mature females do something very different, and maybe they do that because they're pregnant. And so that kind of opened a can of worms for me. You know, I had to go about tagging additional fish.
Chris Fisher began OCEARCH in 2007 and names every shark he tags. So far they've tagged 66 great whites. They all seem to have their own personality, their own stories, and they behave differently depending on the gender and the particular ocean.
The male sharks are all living on the beach all the time. They have very little offshore life. They're up and down the coast, all the way from Mozambique to Cape Town. While the female white sharks, they can travel 1,000 miles a month, month after month after month. And they have this small coastal portion of their life when they come together with the males. But when they leave, they go offshore. They wander way out over to Madagascar and even to the east of Madagascar, out into the middle of the Indian Ocean. And they hang around out there for months and months and months. What are they doing out there? Are they out there gestating their babies?
As any fisherman knows, you have to be patient. On the horizon, a small, high-powered OCEARCH fishing boat, the Contender. If a great white was to be caught, they'd catch it and bring it to us. After 14 days out at sea, they'd only caught one shark. 6 sun-beaten hours without any word of a bite. We were resigned to just learning from the experts.
But when you have that animal in front of you alive, you know, kind of it coming to your world, you just get a whole new perspective of how big this creature is.
What is going on? What?
What's that?
We're hooked up.
We're hooked up. That's critically important.
The crew were ready, and I was about to come face to face with a great white shark.